Alright guys, in this week's episode we're going to be giving away some custom printed minifigure parts. I'll be giving away probably a small handful, a small bag of these in next week's video. All you have to do, leave a like on this video, comment down below, make sure you guys are subscribed to this YouTube channel, and I'll be giving these away in next week's video. Okay guys, we are back for another weekly episode of the Battle of Somme in LEGO. So this week we're going to be working on a couple things. So last week, let's do a quick recap, we worked on this bunker here. So we basically built this from scratch. I think it turned out pretty good. So what we're going to be working on is finishing up the detailing up here. We're going to show you guys how you can mount something like this structure, right? It's a complete rectangle. How you can mount it at like an angle like that versus just setting it on the bricks. You can actually get stud to stud contact and mount things at an angle. And that gives it a different appeal than if I, only used the standard LEGO techniques of either doing that or that. You'd really only have two options, but I want this at an angle pointing down here at these trenches. So that's what we're going to be showing in this video. Then we're also going to probably start working on minifigures because we need, let's see, we're using yellow skin tone, and I have a bunch of like figures like this that have the light flesh, so we need to switch that up. Then I also have to get together some French soldiers because I want to have a mix of French and British down here, and then we're going to have some German up there. There aren't going to be too many Germans per se because there's going to be some in the bunker, but what we might do is have some dead bodies of both British, German, and French out here on kind of the open playing field, and that's kind of the goal. So that's kind of what we're looking at for this episode. So let's start by getting this bunker and kind of all this detailing around it done, and that way we can start working on minifigures while we think of other ways we can detail the MOC. Another thing that I still am kind of up in arms, I don't know if I want to do like flames in these potholes, if I just want to leave them as potholes. And then the last thing is, I'm thinking we need to add some more kind of detail up here to give it some more vertical detail. We added the barbed wire, which adds a lot, and then of course the bunker makes it look really good. But I'm thinking, I'd like to add like some dead trees or whatnot, or some tree stumps or something like that, maybe some rocks. I don't know. Those are things that I need to have you guys let me know what you think would look good in the comments down below. So we'll probably work on that maybe in next week's video. But let's start by working on that bunker. Let's get that completely done so we can be, like I said, just completely done with that and move on in next week's video. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Okay, the first thing that you're going to need to put something like that at an angle is you're going to need some parts. The one part that you're going to need is some of these 1x2 jumpers. So these, I believe, are technically plate modifieds or tile modifieds. I think they're plate modifieds under BrickLink, but you're going to need at least 4 of these. If not, maybe you could get away with 2, but 4 is always nice. And you're going to want these in the same color that your like base layer is. So in this case, I'm lucky enough, I have a bunch in here that are reddish brown, so they're going to blend in nice. And these are what you're going to use to connect whatever you want, in this case the bunker, to our detailed terrain here. So that's why we want them in a reddish brown versus like, I have them in white and what other colors you might have, and obviously you might see some of that, so you want them to blend in better. So first of all, you're gonna have to start by getting some of these jumper plates. This is the only way that I've done this before. You might be able to get away with using 1x1 plates like this, but we're going to use the jumper technique. So I'm going to zoom in closer here and show you guys how you can use these. Okay, so the first step is obviously move whatever you're trying to attach to the main ground away. And then what I'm actually going to have to do, I built a little bit too much of this detailing up already. So as you can see, the bunker's sitting on some of that detailing. You want a completely flat surface of studs. So I'm going to actually come in here and I'm actually going to remove all these plates that where the bunker basically sits. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll come back to you guys. Okay, now I have a flat surface. You saw in that time lapse, I removed all of the smaller parts like the 1x2s out of the way. I'm actually going to remove some of this barbed wire. I'll put it back afterwards, but I just kind of want those 2 parts out of the way. And you can see this is kind of where I want how the bunker to sit. I'm going to move, let's see, I'm going to probably remove those 2 plates real quick just because they're kind of in the way of that corner, and you want to have at least a little bit of space around the bunker or whatever you're trying to attach. So right there looks good. Everything's clear on this side. You guys can't see the back, but it is clear. So that's kind of where we want the bunker to sit. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our 1x2 jumpers, and I'm going to first put one on the back corner, just like that. And then I'm also going to put them both on the back corner. So let's go ahead and do that, like so. So now what you got to do is position it how you want. And this is kind of what's tricky to show on video, but I'm going to basically pivot these, and I can rotate these now as I drop them. I can rotate these and match and find some studs that match the same angle as both of these. So it might actually be wise to do the two adjacent corners, so you can see there. So I'm just going to come in here. I know I want my bunker to sit right about there, so I'm going to come in, I'm going to rotate that one right there. So now we're stud to stud contact on the back left, and then if I want to do the front here, right there, boom. So I just found, so this actually might be easier to do with just 2 instead of 4. So I just found you can see that right there, the plate's stuck down, and then this plate, it's kind of hard to see under there, but now this is on there. So obviously the roof of this thing isn't very tight, but this thing's on there. I'm kind of wiggling it there, and it's stuck down. So if I really wanted more stud contact, I could try to put these, you know, pretty much anywhere along here, wherever it lines up. But that's how you do that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back around and fill in detail around this whole bunker, and maybe kind of build up the detail to carry over any of these gaps that you might see. So that's kind of how you use this technique. So I'm going to go ahead, put the detailing back, finish the detail all around the back side of the bunker as well, and then I'm going to come back and try to get you guys some better views of what I did. Alright guys, we're picking the winner from episode 10, so let's randomly pick this winner. We click this 3 times, 1, 2, and 3. Boom, Ballot Renzi. Anyways, I love this MOC. Guess what? You are the winner. So all you have to do is send me an email through my website. I believe that was for a weapons pack in last week's episode. So send me an email with your name, address, and then also you got to sign into your YouTube channel, take a screenshot of your account so I can verify that this is indeed you, and then we can go from there. So guys, let's wrap this video up. Okay, I wanted to show one clip of me hand holding the camera. So I came in here and I finished all the detailing. You can see all the detailing is done around the bunker, and then if I show you guys the back, you can see that, and then this back side's all pretty much done. I might be adding some more detailing parts like these, dark tan and dark bluish gray around it, but for the most part it is complete. And I put the barbed wire back. It's in a little bit different of a spot, obviously. I don't remember where it exactly was, but I think it looks pretty good. And the bunker's actually attached this time, so that is good. And then one thing I did add was I added some barbed wire down here. I don't know if I like the look of it. I have the one piece up front here, and then I have this piece and that piece that kind of fell over, obviously, because there's a big crater. Let me know what you guys think of that. I feel like this camera's really overexposing this MOC. I'll have to look in post, but that's kind of what we're going with. So I'm going to start getting together minifigures and whatnot, like I talked about. But yeah, guys, I think that's going to do it. So I'm going to wrap this video up, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys go out and try using this technique as far as attaching different things at different angles. It spruces up your MOCs, makes them look a little bit different, and it's definitely an easy technique to do. So guys, I'm going to end it here. Make sure you check out last week's episode right there. I'll put another video right there, and subscribe by clicking right there. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace out.